Hey, welcome back to Chere's Grow Life. Y'all, today I am so tired. I hate to start this off like that, but anyway, I am going to be bringing you all. Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Okay, so today is going to be a little busy day. This whole weekend's been busy, y'all. Been busy. So I've been amending my beds, been trying to pull the summer stuff out, and then going to be now planting the fall stuff, okay? The fall vegetables and things. So I did start off with the Brussels sprouts. The Brussels sprouts are doing okay, but now I'm getting ready to plant the kohlrabi, kale, and cabbage and some cauliflower in my grow bags. Okay, so today is going to be a grow bag, and I think I'm gonna plant two plants in the blue raised bed. So I got a cauliflower and I got a broccoli that's going to be planted in there, along with one. I'm going to be with the Brussels sprouts, and then which you'll see. I'm gonna bring you along, but I'm gonna be doing. Let's see, 5 planting 5 grow bags, and then planting some vegetables in my blue raised beds. So I hope if the sun is shining. It's not really hot. We are getting some little breeze. It's been in the mid 80s, but the sun, when it gets to like 1 or 2, that's the peak. It starts to get really hot. So I hope my phone doesn't heat and then cut off. But I'm going to try to do the best I can to actually show you all what I'm doing and what I'm putting in each grow bag, okay? So let's go ahead and get this done. Y'all know I live by a train, so I do apologize if you hear a train, but I'm thinking it's going the opposite way. So I'm going to put these in. I went on Google and asked Google because I'm planting in 20-gallon, I keep on saying pounds, 20-gallon grow bags. So one of them, let me see, I got 10 that are 20-gallon grow bags. And then I have 2 that is, I think, a 50-gallon. I think that's a 50-gallon, but it's tall. It's not like wide, it's tall. But they said when I bought it off of Amazon that it was a 50, but I don't think it's a 50. But I have one of those, but I'm not planting it in today. So these that I'm planting in today to put my kohlrabi, kale, and let's see what else, cabbage, pak choy, in these grow bags. And then I told you I'm planting cauliflower with my broccoli. So hopefully everything is going to go great. My silver raised beds, I will bring you all back to plant those. I'm going to do those probably all at the same time, I'm thinking, but I'm not for sure. But I will bring you along. So let's go ahead and get to. All right. So this one right here is my first one that I'm going to do. And I will tell you all what I'm going to put into my amendments, which is going to be the same amendments. But I know I probably got some new people that on here that is watching. My amendments that I always do is these. I do the blood meal and I do the bone meal. Yeah, I think this train is coming a little closer. I think it's coming by my house. Well, I think it went past. All right, so I had got a hori knife. Yeah, I got this from Walmart. It was $4.50. So if anybody's looking for a hori, go check out Walmart. They have them on sale. I should have got me 2, but I only got 1. So I might go get me another one because I think people really ain't looking at those probably by now. So, all right, so the first one I'm going to plant is this kohlrabi. It's a white Vienna. All right, so how y'all doing today? Me, I am, I guess here you can say, but so I'm getting my fertilizer, and then I'm gonna put my bone meal. I mean, it's blood meal, and then I'm ready to do blood meal. No, I did my blood meal. I'm ready to do bone meal. I'm sorry. So let's go ahead and get my bone meal in here and try to see if I can actually try to get my vegetables planted. Throw that one around. And then this is, like I showed y'all, the kohlrabi white Vienna. Let's go ahead and put this in there. This is a little baby. Hopefully this will survive and be okay. All right. So we got that one. Next one is going to be a cabbage, pak choy cabbage. All right. So I'm put my bone meal, fertilizer, and my blood meal. And I'm going to put the cabbage in there. This is the pak choy cabbage. This is a little baby too. When they in this kind of, in my blue one, I consider those as like my babies. Let me stir this around. Hopefully you can see it. Bring it a little closer. Hopefully you can see it. Right. Next, it's going to be my kale, red Russian kale, red Russian. All right. Let's put that one over here. All right. So we got my bone meal, my fertilizer, and also blood meal. Let's get that down in there. What we got? And this is like a little junior planting. Uh-oh. Try to get all the dirt I can out of there. All right. So my first one is done. And I will water this later after I get finished with all of them. All right. So that's the first one down. So I'm going to move over here to this next one. Move my amendments over. Whoa. Don't want to spill that. All right. So we're going to move over to this one. All right. Hope you can see everything. So this one's just going to have two of them in here. This is my kohlrabi, the purple Vienna kohlrabi. The sun kind of went out. They're kind of good. So let's go ahead and get this together. Let's get my amendments over here. I'm going to go ahead and start with the blood meal. You don't have to start in no kind of order or anything. It's just, you can just go with the flow. Got my bone meal and my fertilizer. All right, let's mix that in there. This in here. This is my, not adult, but it's almost there as an adult. Whoa. Okay, let's put that down. We got that one. See that one right there? I got that one in. Next one is going to be a kale. And it's a lacinato dinosaur kale. I didn't plant that many kohlrabis because I wanted just to try them. I don't know if I would like them. So no sense of me growing a whole lot of stuff and I don't know what it tastes like. So let's put that in there. So that's why you don't see that many, if you was wondering, that many kohlrabis, because I never had it before. Really never knew it existed until I started hearing about people talking about it and saying it's a good vegetable to eat for, like, I think they said French fries. Here come the sun. All right, so I'm going to plant this in here. Sun coming back out. Yeah, I did hit these. That's why they look kind of watery. I planted I gave them some fertilizer, some fish emulsion fertilizer yesterday, right? So 2 down, and I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 things to go. All right, so y'all ready to go to the next one? Hold on. All right, so I'm gonna put you over here. This is the next one. No, I think I'm gonna go right here. I'm just gonna move on down and go right here. And my tripod don't want to act right. All right, so this one right here, hopefully you can see it. It's the next one. It's a lot of in here, sticks and stuff. All right, so this one is the next one. It is a kohlrabi, purple Vienna. That's what it's looking like. I see what people talking about on the Hori. Yeah, I like that. So I think I'm going to try to see if I can find me another one. That remember I was telling you all about not too long ago when we was talking. I said I'm going to try to see if I can find me another one. I was just in Walmart yesterday, but I just didn't know how good this is. This one, y'all. I think I might have lost it, but we're going to try. I'm going to try to see if I can bring it back. Nah, it's not even really the root system. So I've lost that one, which is fine. I figured I will be losing some. So we're not going to plant that. We're going to go ahead, since it's already some down in here, amendments and stuff, we're going to put the cabbage pak choy right there. I knew I'd lose some, which is fine with me. All right. I'll just put the pak choy right there. All right. I'll put something else right there. I got something else I can put right here. I might go ahead and I'll go over and get a cabbage. Hold on. I'll go over and get one of my cabbages and put it over here. Let's see, which one should I get? I guess I get this Napa cabbage. I can actually plant 3 things in this 20-gallon But right now I'm just gonna just plant 2. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this cabbage, Napa cabbage. Go ahead. Hope you can see. Go ahead and plant this in here. Yeah, I reuse some of my stuff. Now, I'm not going to reuse it no more because I went ahead and purchased me some more for me to up pot things in. So I don't have to keep these if I don't want to. All right, so bone meal. Yes, bone meal, fertilizer, and bone meal. Let's stir it around. What is this in here? All right. So those 2 are in. I'll probably come back later and then add a third one over here on the side, but don't know. All right, so let's turn you around to the next one. Let's see. Hopefully you can see that. Let's get my amendments together and move on over to the next. I gotta sit down. Here we go. Feel like something crawling on my neck. Hold on. Ooh. Oh no. Because it sure ain't my hair, honey. My hair is short. And I mean short. The next thing I'm going to do is my kohlrabi and kale lacinato dinosaur. All right, so first we're going to do the kale. And here we go. And that one, let's put it over here. Let's put some fertilizer, bone meal, and then some blood meal. Stir it around. I hope you can see it. And then let's go ahead and get this out. Put it down in here. This looks like it's broke off. That's fine. There we go. Got that. Next, it's going to be the kohlrabi, and it's going to be, do I want to put it right here? I'll put it right here. And it's going to be the kohlrabi, white kohlrabi. That. All right. So let's go ahead and put fertilizer, bone meal, and blood meal. All of these amendments that I'm putting in here helps with the root growth. Got a lot of sticks and stuff in here with the roots and helps nourish the vegetables. So it's good to put these in here along with your good soil. All right. Those 2. Oh, hold on. It should be okay. All right. These are my new up potting till they go outside. And y'all, these are deep. These are really deep. I really like those. The next one, let's move on down. That's finished. Let's move on down to this one. And y'all, I like how I got my grow bags in a row like this. I really do. I really like how I got them on here. Now, I got that one. I don't know if you can see it, but I have them like in a row, and it helps me out when I am planting and everything. So I really didn't sketch out no, I take it back. My garden that I have my silver beds and everything, I did sketch it out how I wanted everything to go on. Let me bring you up so I can talk to you. Now, I didn't sketch out the whole garden. When I first started, I didn't sketch nothing out. I didn't think about how I'm planting my beds. I just planted them, went on. At first, I started in ground, and then I went and bought a raised bed, a wooden raised bed off of Amazon, and then I built one myself, and that was my garden at first. And then I was like, no, I want to have me a garden to where I'm going to be really excited. I mean, I was excited with that, but to me, and the type of person that I am, it was kind of dull to me. But, everybody's different. Okay. So what I did was I saved my money. I ordered my things off of Amazon and kind of crooked, hold on, and went from there. Now, like I said, my first part of my garden, I did not sketch it out, tell you how I wanted it. I just did it, went on a whim and started my garden. Now, this second part over here on the opposite side of me, I did sketch it out. I did draw it out how I wanted everything. At first, it was a different way, but I didn't know I had ordered on these silver beds. I didn't know they was that big, but they was big, and they are big and long. So I had to change the way I had sketched everything out. So when I got them in the mail and I seen how big they was, I was like, it's going to have to be a little different. So my blue beds I had already had before I had my silver beds, okay? So I just came out one day, sketched it out, and I love it. I love it. And every day I am doing different things to it, adding different things, but it's not finished, okay? It's never going to be finished, okay? It's never going to be finished. My garden's never going to be finished. So I am adding stuff, taking away stuff, and as I do bring you all along now on some of the stuff I don't, and I just do things on a whim, but I do bring you all and let you all know the completed part of it. All right. So just wanted to show, just wanted to share that with you all just in case if there's anybody out there that's wanting to garden. It is a peaceful and therapeutic thing to have. It don't even have to be garden. It can be flowers. It can be herbs that you just want to do. Or if you want to do all three, it's up to you. It's your backyard. It's your garden. You do what you want to do with your garden, okay? Nobody else can tell you what to do. So my garden is not finished. I'm still adding stuff, taking stuff away, redesigning everything, okay? So, yeah. And I do bring you along. So let's get on back to planting my fall vegetables. All right. So here is the next one. All right. So here's this one. I'm going to plant, let's see, I'm not planting this one. This is a purple kohlrabi. Kohlrabi purple, Vienna. And there it is. And let's go ahead and put my amendments. We got my fertilizer, my bone meal, and my blood meal. And let's go ahead and do this. All right, it's that one. It's that one. All right, so that's that one. The next one is going to be cabbage, pak choy, that little bitty one. I hope it survived. If it doesn't, I can always replace it with something else. Okay. Y'all know I took this soil from my raised bed that was number 2 over here. If anybody is not new, y'all know I had a raised bed that I called number 2. So here is some bone meal, fertilizer, and my bed number 2 is gone. And there's the blood meal. So let's twin. All right, that one. Okay. All right, so that's done. So the next thing that I'm going to do is do the cauliflower that's up here in front of me and then put cauliflower and cabbage in put one cauliflower in my blue raised bed. I got a cabbage and a broccoli rabe. So let's move on down here and put this cauliflower in here with the Brussels sprouts. Yeah, y'all, look at my Brussels sprouts. They hanging on, but they don't really like the sun that much. So, and I just move it around. I'm gonna move this one around. Looks like this right here. I always take that off. I'm gonna move it around to the shade, but my other ones, hopefully everything is gonna be okay with it. But if not, then it's all right. It is all right. And I hope these 3 will be okay and survive. And they said cauliflower and Brussels sprouts I think they said it's okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put it in. Am I going to put it over here? No, I ain't going to put. Let's see. Let's see what I want to do. Oh, something's growing over here, so I don't know. I'm going to go ahead and keep it over here in this part right here. Yeah, I'm going to go ahead. All right, so we're going to put all these sticks in here. Bone meal, blood meal, and then also fertile. All right, so this is a cauliflower. So it's looking like cauliflower. Hopefully you can see it. All right. Now they looking a little wet because I told y'all let me get that down in there. I had given them some fish fertilizer yesterday, so they really didn't get to dry out or anything. So, all right, so there's that. All right, so next, let's go over here. We're really gonna be in the sun now. All right, so I'm gonna move this grow bag over here up under the shade a little bit. Yep. All right, move it. So let's go over here and do the cabbage. All right, let me get my amendments and my chair. All right. So let's see if you can see me. I'm going to put it right here. And this soil is a little better. If you can see me right here. Fertilizer, blood meal, and bone meal. Doing cabbage, napa. This is what it's looking like. Hope you can see it. Excuse me. Roots are looking good. All right. And let's bring you on down to the next one. Let's bring you over here to this one, and I hope you can see that. Okay, there you go. It was a little crooked. So I'm gonna do a broccoli rabe, that one, fertilizer, bone meal, and blood meal. And here we go. I should have made that a little bit deeper, but that's fine. All right, so let's get to my last one. Hope you can see me. I'll put the cauliflower in here. All right, y'all, so here's my last one that I'm doing is the cauliflower in the blue raised beds with the Brussels sprouts. Yeah, I had to actually cut all of those off because, yeah, just a time. Just a time, y'all. So let's go ahead and put my blood meal, fertilizer, and bone meal. And I'm going to put this cauliflower in here. Cauliflower. All right. So there's my cauliflower. I went ahead and put that in. So that ends that. All right, y'all. So this has ended the video of me planting some of my vegetables out, but I will be bringing you all along again for the rest of planting out my kale, my collards, and everything else. But if you would just like, subscribe, and leave me some comments, I appreciate it. All right. See you later. Bye.